France. You cannot name your pig Napoleon. In France, it's illegal to name your pig Napoleon. Why? Because it's considered disrespectful to the memory of the famous French military leader. So if you've got a pet pig, stick to more traditional names like Bacon or Hamlet. The UK. It's illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. First up, did you know that it's technically illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament in the UK? Yep, if you're planning on kicking the bucket, you better do it elsewhere. This bizarre law was supposedly created because anyone who died in Parliament would be entitled to a state funeral. Imagine the paperwork. Italy. It's illegal to wear a suit of armor in the city of Venice. In Venice, Italy, it's illegal to wear a suit of armor in the city. Back in the day, this law was meant to prevent people from intimidating others or starting fights. Today, it's still on the books, so leave your medieval cosplay at home if you're planning a visit. Switzerland. No flushing toilets. After 10 p.m. In Switzerland, it's illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m. in an apartment building. This law exists to reduce noise pollution, so if nature calls late at night, you'll have to find a quieter way to deal with it. Canada. No painting a wooden ladder. In Canada, it's illegal to paint a wooden ladder. This bizarre rule comes from a safety regulation meant to prevent accidents. The logic? Painted ladders could hide cracks or defects in the wood. Keep those ladders au naturel, folks. Japan. No overweight people allowed. Metabo law. In Japan, there's the Metabo law that requires citizens to maintain a waistline within a certain limit, 33.5 inches for men, and 35.4 inches for women. It's part of a national effort to reduce obesity. But imagine the awkward doctor's visits for waist measurements. Australia. It's illegal to disrupt a wedding or funeral. In South Australia, interrupting a wedding or a funeral can land you a fine of up to $10,000 or even 2 years in jail. So, if you have any objections, maybe keep them to yourself or prepare for some serious consequences. Thailand. It's illegal to step on money. In Thailand, stepping on money is illegal because the currency bears the image of the king, and stepping on his likeness is considered extremely disrespectful. Better be careful where you put your feet. The United States. Don't send a surprise pizza in Louisiana. In Louisiana, it's illegal to send someone a surprise pizza. This law is designed to protect people from harassment and unexpected costs. Who knew pizza delivery could land you in legal trouble? Germany. No pillows allowed in fights. In Germany, using a pillow as a weapon is considered passive violence. So if you're planning a pillow fight, you might want to rethink it, as it could technically be considered assault. Samoa. It's illegal to forget your wife's birthday. While there's no official punishment, it's said you could be sent to sleep on the couch. Or worse. Just another reminder to set those calendar alerts, folks. United States, Missouri. Single men must pay an annual SOX tax. In Missouri, single men between the ages of 21 and 50 must pay an annual tax of $1. This bachelor tax was originally intended to encourage marriage and is rarely enforced today. South Korea and Japan. No silent camera phones. In South Korea and Japan, it is illegal to turn off the camera shutter sound on your phone. This law was enacted to combat hidden camera crimes and upskirting incidents. Phones sold in these countries must have a non-silent camera shutter sound, so if you're taking photos, everyone will hear it. Argentina. No naming your child after notable figures. In Argentina, there are laws that prohibit naming your child after certain notable figures, like Messi. This regulation aims to prevent confusion and protect the reputations of national heroes. Parents must choose more common names to avoid any legal issues. India. Illegal to take Indian currency. Out of the country. In India, it is illegal to take more than 25,000 Indian rupees out of the country. This law is in place to control the movement of currency and prevent money laundering. If caught with more, travelers could face fines or even jail time. Sri Lanka. No selfies with Buddha. In Sri Lanka, it is illegal to take a selfie with your back turned to a statue of Buddha. This law respects religious sentiments and aims to prevent acts considered disrespectful. In 2014, a British woman was jailed for 3 days for taking a selfie with her back to a Buddha statue. Germany. Legal to escape from jail. In Germany, escaping from prison is not considered a crime because it is seen as a natural human instinct to want to be free. However, any crimes committed during the escape, such as property damage or assault, are punishable by law. Finland. Tax on owning a dog. In Finland, dog owners must pay an annual tax on their pets. This law is part of a broader effort to ensure pet owners are responsible for their animals. The tax amount varies depending on the region. Germany. No running out of fuel on the Autobahn. On Germany's Autobahn, it is illegal to run out of fuel. This law is in place to prevent accidents on the high-speed highway. Drivers who run out of gas can face fines of up to $70. United States. Alabama. No fake mustaches in church. In Alabama, it is illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. The reason behind this law is to maintain decorum during religious services. Violators could face a small fine or be asked to leave the church. United States. New York. No excessive honking. In New York City, it is illegal to honk your car horn excessively. The law aims to reduce noise pollution, and violators can be fined up to $350 for unnecessary honking. Finland. Taxi drivers must pay royalties for playing music. In Finland, if a taxi driver plays music in their car for a paying customer, they must pay royalties to the musician. This law is intended to ensure that artists are compensated for the public performance of their work. Finland. Must grow hops if you own a house. In Finland, there is a law that requires homeowners to grow hops on their property. This old law dates back to a time when local beer production was encouraged, but it is not enforced today. Australia. No dressing as Batman and Robin. In Australia, it is illegal to dress up as Batman and Robin. This quirky law was put in place to prevent public disorder and mischief. Violators could face fines or be asked to change their costumes. Australia. Legal to urinate on your vehicle's rear left tire. In Australia, if you are caught short and cannot reach a toilet in time, it is legal to urinate on your vehicle's rear left tire. This law provides a strange yet specific exemption to public urination laws. Bermuda. No walking barefoot in public. In Bermuda, it is illegal to walk barefoot in public places. The law is likely in place for safety and hygiene reasons, and violators could face fines. United Arab Emirates. Illegal to swear in public or online. In the UAE, it is illegal to swear in public or online. This law is enforced to maintain public decency, and violators can be fined, jailed, or deported. Denmark. No wearing masks in public. In Denmark, wearing masks in public is illegal. This law was introduced to ensure people can be easily identified, especially during protests. Violators could face fines or arrest. Spain. No building sandcastles on the beach. In some regions of Spain, it is illegal to build sandcastles on the beach. The law is aimed at preserving the natural beauty of the beaches and keeping them safe for all visitors. Fines can reach up to $1,500. Russia. No driving a dirty car. In Russia, it is illegal to drive a dirty car, particularly if the dirt obscures the license plate. The law aims to keep the roads clean and ensure that vehicles are easily identifiable. Fines for violating this law can be up to 2,000 rubles. Portugal. No urinating in the ocean. In Portugal, it is illegal to urinate in the ocean. The law is intended to protect the environment and maintain cleanliness at beaches. However, enforcing this law is quite challenging. Canada. No climbing trees in Toronto and Ottawa. In certain cities in Canada, such as Toronto and Ottawa, climbing trees is illegal. This law was enacted to prevent injuries and protect public property. In 2013, a person was fined $365 for climbing a tree. Italy. Turin. Mandatory dog walking. In Turin, Italy, dog owners are required by law to walk their pets at least 3 times a day. The regulation was introduced to ensure the well-being of animals. Violators could face fines of up to $500. United States, California. No nuclear weapons allowed. In Chico, California, it is illegal to build, maintain, or use a nuclear weapon. Violators could face a fine of $500. This quirky law is obviously symbolic, but reflects anti-nuclear sentiments. Sweden. No spitting on the floor. In Sweden, it is illegal to spit on the floor of any public building. The law was introduced to maintain hygiene and cleanliness. Fines vary depending on the location and severity of the offense. France. No flying over national monuments in Paris. In France, it is illegal to fly over certain national monuments in Paris, such as the Eiffel Tower, without special permission. The law is intended to protect these monuments and ensure public safety. Greece, no high heels at ancient sites. In Greece, it is illegal to wear high heels at ancient sites like the Acropolis. This law was introduced to protect the delicate surfaces of historical landmarks from damage. Japan, no sitting on reserved seats in trains. In Japan, it is illegal to sit in reserved seats on trains if you do not have a reservation or a valid reason, such as a disability or pregnancy. Violators can be fined or asked to move. Italy, Florence, no eating in public near historic landmarks. In Florence, Italy, eating near historic landmarks is illegal. The law was enacted to protect these sites from litter and maintain their aesthetic beauty. Singapore, chewing gum ban. Did you know that in Singapore, it's illegal to chew gum unless it's for medical purposes? That's right. This law was put in place to keep public spaces clean after the government got tired of cleaning gum off sidewalks and public transport. And get this, if you're caught chewing gum, you could face a fine of up to $2,000. Selling it? That could cost you $100,000 or even 2 years in prison. Milano, Italy, you must smile. In Milan, Italy, there used to be a law that required citizens to smile at all times, except during funerals or hospital visits. The reason? To promote a cheerful atmosphere in the city. While this law isn't enforced anymore, imagine getting fined for simply having a bad day. Venice, Italy, no feeding pigeons. In Venice, feeding pigeons is a big no-no. The city banned it to protect its historic monuments from pigeon droppings. But if you're caught sneaking a snack to these birds, you could face a fine of up to $700. So, if you visit Venice, resist the urge to feed the pigeons. Canada, no paying large bills with coins. In Canada, it's illegal to pay for any item over $10 using only coins. This law was introduced to prevent people from using excessive amounts of loose change to pay for big purchases. So if you're planning to pay for a meal with a bag of pennies, think again. Australia. It's illegal to be drunk in a pub. In Australia, it's actually illegal to be drunk in a pub. Yes, you heard that right. The law aims to maintain public order and prevent disturbances. If you're caught being too rowdy, you could face fines or even get banned from the pub. So, keep it classy down under. Japan. No dancing after midnight without a permit. In Japan, it was illegal to dance after midnight in clubs unless they had a special license. This was a post-World War II regulation that was only recently relaxed. It was enforced to control public morality. But who knew dancing could be so controversial? And there you have it, strange and outdated laws from around the world that are somehow still in effect today. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another wonderful episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.